Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Positively Glad here, and this evening I'm covering the penultimate race of the RRL Drivers' Championship. 12 people can still win after the fuck-up that was last week. It's a quiet stream, of course. Baby is firmly in bed, having a lovely kip. Oh my god. Fucking laptop still showing loud. Good lord. There you go. Happy days. King, how's it going, buddy? Welcome in, my man. Or my woman, you may be a woman called King, we don't really know, do we? But yeah, thank you so much for watching, cheers for tuning in. Please as well, guys, if you haven't already, please drop me a follow, and of course for the YouTube side, make sure you drop that like and share it as much as possible. We've got 15 drivers here tonight, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 we have. We are missing Snoop, I believe he may not be returning, but we'll have to obviously wait and see what the future holds. And Sint is not here tonight either. Right, so we've got 15 people. I'll have a little look at the car draw in a minute, but still, mathematically, 12 people can still win the RRL Championship. 80 points to play for. Of course, retirements here, and having cars such as, you know, the Sauber, the McLaren. Obviously, Addict hasn't had much difficulties in the McLaren. That is obviously remains to be seen. Right, just to let you all know though, guys, as well, there was a problem with last week's stream. We got just past quali, really good racing, but then the fucking internet in my house went on the blink. So Winchester picked up the win in Britain, Michelangelo was second, and also I believe it was Tough Kev, who is he's not here tonight. Kev is the third, but I knew there was another one. Kev is not here also. So we are just waiting now, ladies and gentlemen, to get ourselves off and running. I believe there is a car out on track. I will have a look who it is. I was at returns, of course, missing 2 weeks. By the way, King, I am good. Forgive me, I just had to refresh my page, but I just caught sight of your message. I'm all good. How are you anyway there, fella? Oh, woman. We've got 3 views. Nice, really nice start here tonight. I was at, of course, returning. He's had a few week break. Glad to have him back here. Of course, he has to drive the slower car, but saying that, driving a McLaren round Hungary isn't the worst case scenario, as it is a really... It's fine, we'll do it tomorrow, love, don't worry about it. Is she awake, is she? Ah, good stuff. So I was at is, as I was saying, and I was about to say, you look fucking shattered. I was at in the McLaren, not the worst car to drive. I won't be late, love, anyway. Because we're doing stuff in the morning, aren't we? Right, leave the door, I'll shut it in a minute. Oh. So here we go then. Alza is about to start his flying lap. Oh, holy moly, he had a well, trying to start his flying lap. So here is Alza then. Welcome back, young prince. What I was saying about the McLaren, this is probably the car, or the only real track that would benefit being in a McLaren, of course. Weisdog is going to be the second car round, so it goes Alza, Weisdog, Thomas Halo and Paul 2K are the 4 guys out on track so far. We'll get onto the TV pod as that camera is shy. I'm doing a solo run through tonight, lads. So it's just to let you know, Alza times is kind of pit. The guys behind the Mercedes of Big Stu and Michelangelo, both timing their pit exits really well in terms of their actual positioning on track. Biddy, Addict, of course, who is second in the championship. We'll talk a bit more about the championship now. I'll name the guys who still have a chance. Snoop, of course, isn't here tonight for whatever reason. Unfortunately, I don't think he'll be coming back. Wish him the best, of course. Kenichi's out tracking, of course, in the Renault. And we've got Biddy in the Ferrari, I believe. Biddy in the Ferrari, that's going to be good for him. Unfortunately, obviously, being in the Ferrari means he is mathematically out of contention now, sadly. We'll continue to watch ours out here, going through Sector 2, the middle of Sector 2. Very tricky, really comprehensive part of the track where you literally have to get every single corner. It reminds me in a way of Suzuka's S section. That's not a bad second sector there. At 29.2, a nice little startup jobby. Hopefully, guys, this stream lasts longer than fucking 20 minutes tonight. It was a bit embarrassing uploading that to my YouTube channel, to be honest. So I was coming around the final corner. You do see a lot of crashes on sim racing games here because people kind of misjudge the corner. But here comes Alza then across the line. We're going to switch quickly to Weisdog. Alza goes across with a 122.0 little benchmark that will, of course, be beaten, you'd assume. Weisdog goes in the first with a 19.8. Very nice. Thomas Halo is in the Haas. I believe Tommy is in 3rd position now in the championship. So everyone, I believe, down to Notorious, still have a mathematical chance of winning. So I'll run through that in a lot more detail if the race gets a little bit calmer. Thomas Halo goes into second position, very close to Wise Dog in the Ferrari. Of course, Wise Dog's in a fucking Ferrari. He's in a fucking Ferrari every week. So the next one across the line is Paul 2K, also in the Haas. And he does a 20.6, so Thomas Halo has 8 tenths. 8 tenths of a second over Paul 2K. Remember, Paul 2K is in the Haas because of 2 consecutive retirements. Right, Biddy, of course, in the Ferrari. Addict in the Macca. Sector 2, we've got a yellow flag in Sector 1, I believe that's just someone getting out of the way. Knidge. Sector 2, Michelangelo, I believe Big Stu is the next guy across the line. 28.0, that's a mighty Sector 2 from Big Stu. 1.5 seconds quicker than I was at. So let's see where we go. Forgive me for the quiet stream, guys. Like I said, baby is in bed. If I need to nip off for a couple of seconds, you all understand that you've got to go and look after little nipper, put her back down. So here comes Big Stu round the final corner. Let's see where he fits into the spectrum. It's going to be a 19, I'm assuming, a mid-19, and he goes pole position. Nice start, 1 minute 19.528, so that's the early benchmark. Pole position you'd assume would be an 18. But let's see what Michelangelo can do, and it is. Straight away, 18.9. Good call there by the Posman. Here we go, Knutsch come around the final corner 2. Addict is crossing the line though, he goes with a 20.3. Good lap in the McLaren that. Addict again really showing tremendous pace. And Knutsch does a 20.8. Renault, not the best lap time, but it's obviously kind of recompense really where you need to go. Red Bulls are, of course, in the running. Winchester is in the Williams here. Of course, Winnie did have the 80-point boost, so it'll take almost a miracle for him to get anywhere near the championship. It is now not possible for Winnie to win, but of course, you know, it don't make a difference. You turn up your fucking race, that's the way I look at it. So here comes Winchester. Wise Dog's third, Biddy fourth in the Red Bull, by the way. Biddy goes into fourth position. And that is with a 1 minute 19.8. There's 3 hundredths of a second between Biddy and Thomas Halo, so it's very, very close. In the midfield, it seems. We're going to have a good front to midfield battle here. Of course, all the cars are balancing their way out. Before the end of the season, you'll find the quicker drivers will be driving the slower cars, or if people have missed a few races, they'll be working their way back up. Cocky, of course, is back with us tonight. Winchester goes across the line and starts his flying lap, followed up there by Notorious. So these two old running buddies, we say that every week, of mine. But here we go, this has nothing to do with me, this. Let's see how they perform in the penultimate race. Notorious has a slim mathematical chance. Addict and Les Paul both have to crash to give Notorious any form of chance. But I think the top 4 have to crash. So anything can happen though, of course. Anything can happen. So here comes Winchester then, Sector 1, 28.4. Tremendous form winning last week's winner. Unfortunately not able to cover that, I would have loved to. But he's in good form really. So Tough Kev, not here. Snoop and Sint. Shame that Sint isn't here. His fan club hope we will still tune in for me. Oh, Winnie runs tremendously wide and crashes into the wall. That's Winnie's lap done. Notorious coming around that corner now. He's got to watch out for Winnie Stricken Williams. Winnie pulls firmly off the track. Good driving there. Damage your own car, but you know, when you've got people on flying laps, you don't really want to get penalised. Les Paul, the leader of the championship, once again, his 4th or 5th race, I believe, in a Sauber in a row. Not liking his chances around this track though. It is a fucking hiccups. It is a McLaren track. Notorious saying it rounding the final sector now, as I call it, the ball sack it seems, and Notorious just pits in anyway. He's had enough of that lap. Gonna basically come back in and get himself set up for later. We've got Les Paul, of course, in the Sabat, and Toto going out in the Force India still. Can obviously win the championship. Toto Wolf as well. Everybody above Red Bull. Red Bull or above, of course, with Notorious can win this championship. Turtles is, of course, still, I believe, in a position to do so. Right, the championship, guys, is as follows. Let me see if I can potentially get this a little bit bigger on my screen here. Les Paul, 356. Addict, 353. 3 points between them two. Essential who finishes first here. We'll get on board with the leader of the championship. So let's go here now to Thomas Halo, down to 334. 317 Sint, who's not here, so his chances are pretty much nil. Knitch 312, Cookie 305, of course, having retired from Britain. Interesting, a lot of retirements last week, of course, as we saw a few of them all go off at the start together. Tough Kev cannot win the championship mathematically. Winnie, of course, isn't. So we're looking probably around about 9 people. Toto being there, Snoop isn't here, so Turts and Notorious. Biddy is just over 100 points down with 80 to play for, so Biddy is, of course, here to bolster his own position in the championship. Veteran 8 seasons, of course, and a founder along with Toto and Big Stu. So Les Paul is getting very, very congested on track as well. There's a Renault just in front. I believe that there would be Cookie just in front of Les Paul. I believe so. Let's have a look here. Cookie is on his flyer. I don't think Les Paul will catch him anyway, so that's not really much of an issue. We're going to basically put that back down to the smaller size photo now. So there is, we've worked out a mathematic 9 guys that can still win the championship this season, really, if you go to the nitty gritty of it all. Right then, so here comes Les Paul round in the final corner. Cookie, Toto, and so Toto will be the next one. Turts as well. Winchester still needs to come back out, as does Notorious, so the two of them are going to be leaving it very, very late. Kind of almost a clutch play here. We want to drive that Williams round here, but Les Paul comes across the line with a 21-2, beating the McLaren of Ausat, of course, who is probably ring rusty, to be fair as fuck. Toto is going to be the next guy to follow. He is in Sector 2, and you know, Toto really, really impressed a lot of people during that first stream when he was on the soft round Britain. It was a really, really good, solid performance. Let's go to the tyre. What have we got currently fitted? I really should have shown that earlier. That's a bit of a noob move. On my part, Toto is the next guy to do a lap. Winchester is back out on track. Notorious, conspicuous by his absence here. He's not kind of gone back out. It's very curious to see. But here comes Toto. He comes around the final corner, and there's a 1 minute 20.8 on the harder tyre. Very interesting. Winnie has come back out on the harder tyre now, looking at a different strategy. Provisional pole sitter Michelangelo's on a flying lap as well. Cookie is on track. Oh, it's very congested up there. What's happening up here? The McLaren of Addict fighting with a Mercedes, I believe. That's Big Stu. Ah, he's on it. They're both on their out laps. So let's have a little look at it. If I was Addict, I'd just let him go. Let him go. I'm not singing that again. Right, here comes Cookie then. This guy is still mathematically in with a big shout, especially with the track layout here. Cookie comes across the line and goes into second position. 1 minute 19.2. Very, very nice lap. What can Turts do? Red Bull, mighty round here, and takes third position. 1 minute 19.3. Pushing the Mercedes of Big Stu onto the inside of the second row. I believe it's the inside. Got to work that out. So here comes in Winchester on his flyer. Notorious. Will Notorious get round? I think he'll just do it. But we're going to be following Winchester here. He's on his flyer. Let's have a look to see if anybody's near. Oh, Michelangelo's gone wide. Michelangelo gives up on his lap. Right, so we've still got Cookie going round. Big Stu on an out lap. And I believe Biddy is also starting his flyer in a moment. 6-2. Thomas Halo is actually on a flying lap here, so I think Thomas Halo is going to be the first one to watch. But he will get another crack at the whip, another bite of the cherry, so to speak. So will Thomas Halo be able to improve on this very lap? In fact, this is his only lap. He's on 1.63 laps of fuel. He may be able to get back round 1.49. It's going to be very tight him getting back round this track. Thomas Halo comes across the line and displaces Biddy. He's up to 6th position, right? So now we're starting to get some times through. I believe that Haas there of Portuguese has gone a lot quicker than what he was doing. Keninch is also in Sector 1, and Thomas Halo retires from the session. Has enough of it. Alzak comes across the line. He's pitted anyway, so that's not going to count for him. Notorious is still to go around. Winchester. Notorious did get round, so Cookie and Michelangelo. Cookie improved, but not enough. Didn't improve enough, and Thomas Halo's just sitting there enjoying a bit of cake, I guess. But Toto spun off. Toto has spun off. I believe that is in Sector 2. Yes, it is. And that is a shame. And I believe Winchester has done a... Ooh, Winchester's a 21-0. Lap affected, of course, by the slower tyre. Maybe even potentially because he did have that off. You never know. Les Paul retires from session. He's just put it in the pits and retired. He's pretty much sunk it in here. So guys who can do something. Big Stu, Paul 2K displaces. Toto Wolf, he's up into 9th position now in the Haas. Big Stu comes across the line. What will Big Stu be able to do? He puts it second. Mercedes 1-2. Great lap there. Great lap there. And Notorious. We still got Notorious. And Toto has pretty much ousted this lap. He could have been it in the gravel, so I assume he'd pit, wouldn't you, really? But here comes Keninch. Doesn't move up a position. Moves his time up to a 20.5. Notorious puts himself in a 9th position, guys. So we've got Michelangelo, Big Stu, Biddy, Wise Dog, Cooking Turtles, Addict, Thomas Halo, Notorious, Paul 2K, Toto, Keninch, Les Paul in the McLaren, in the Sauber. Big gap between the Addict and Les Paul. Winchester and Alzat back in 2 minutes. I even came back in time. Right then, here we go. So we've got 4 viewers here tonight. Michelangelo, Mercedes 1-2. Biddy in the Ferrari up to 3rd. Nice by Biddy. I didn't spot that time actually. Biddy, really good lap. Wise Dog 4th, Cookie 5th, Turtle 6th. Addict, Thomas Hill, and Notorious, Paul 2K, Toto, Kunich, Les Paul, Winchester in the Williams, of course. A bit of a problem there. Let's have a look at the race director. We've got 6 seconds. We've got speed in the pit lane. That's going to be a problem because it comes up on you very suddenly, and there's a lot of tricky lines with this pit lane entrance. So we are here 71 laps of this, guys. I am flying solo. And I've got a couple of drinky poos with me as well to enjoy the action. So here we go. We are now waiting. Oh my god, we're running up too quick there. I don't know why it saves the game. You know, it's an online race. We'll just sort ignore that part. But here we go then. This is it. We've got a Mercedes 1-2. These two guys who have had such bad seasons, Sint and Michelangelo, such bad luck between them. Michelangelo has bad luck in terms of actually not finishing the race, it seems. Or just basically crashing out. Big Stu, similar sort of thing, but not in that particular position with that. So I've been told that we're on for a dry race, ladies and gentlemen, no rain. Of him. Gamer tag. If anybody's called Matthew Dixon as well, guys, that's Matthew Dixon. Please put it in the comments, let me know who you are if you're watching. Well, I've just been asked by our lads to find out who he is, so hopefully you're a fan of this great league. Do you know what? We've had a lot of war with this. A lot of people may not like the fact I call it a great league, but to be fair to you, the racing speaks for itself. You know, no matter what I've been through with this bunch of lads, they're alright bunch of lads. You know, had a lot of problems with them in the past, caused by moi. But they're not bad good people. They give people chances, so you know I'm still here, which speaks volumes. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we have here 70. Is it 71? You guys might correct me in the comments. I believe it's 71 lap race this. So I'm not really sure. We'll find out on the grid. Give me 2 seconds. Lovely jubbly. Right, we're back. Just wanted to double check something. Right, so we have here, I'll get this picture reopened as well for the championship as well. We're going to need that probably at some point. So here we go then. I'll drop a like as well to bump it up the page in case people who are watching this are following the RL Facebook page. You'll be able to check the standings yourselves. And basically, guys, if anyone's actually watching this who isn't already, please get yourself over to Facebook, Revolution Racing League. That's Revolution Racing League. You'll see obviously the logo. Make sure, guys, you drop it a follow and you'll be able to keep up to date with all the news, the championship standings. They race on Thursday as well. Unfortunately, that is something I can't commentate on due to the timing of it. We've got another message from... interesting. No, I've asked on the stream, if Knitch is watching this, I've asked on the stream, Matthew Dixon, we're going to find out who he is, hopefully. I don't recognise the name, but hopefully there's not a fucking troll. We don't need any of them fuckers around. But here we go, guys. We've got 15 drivers. Hopefully we do finish with 15 and they deliver some quality racing. I'm flying solo tonight, of course, like we said. I'm going to do my best to do it justice. Anybody who's watching the stream, if you can let me know if the audio is okay, please, if you may. Hopefully you guys will tell me that, obviously. Simulation games, racing and sim racing we are representing in terms of the communities tonight. And Biddy, Turtles, we're a go, lads. Ah, cool can. Lovely job. Nice cool can for a Sunday night. Sunday Night Racing League. Revolution Racing League 2 to go, ladies and gentlemen. My future is undecided. I think I'm going to carry on. We'll wait and see. Obviously, got to weigh up all the offers, but RL are the main offer for me at the moment. Notorious and Toto waiting to ready up. Here we go then. Over to the grid. On board the race leader Michelangelo. And it's lights out and we are underway in Magyar, which is of course Hungary, for those of you who don't know. Michelangelo, that's a cracking start. Absolutely cracking start. We've got a couple of 3-4 wides on the back of the field here. And the Renault of Cookie has made a corker. He's come past both the Ferraris, so Cookie is up into 3rd position. We've got a lot of action going on further down the grid. Addict is on the inside here of Biddy, I believe it is. He's got Biddy. Let's go back a bit further back. Force India. There's a Force India who's tapped the Haas. Force India taps the Haas. Cut across him a little bit. believe that's Thomas Halo in the Haas. Thomas Halo falls 3 positions. You see we're line astern going down the order. So here we go. Michelangelo leads, Big Stu. Ferrari's in unison, but Cookie is looking menacing, as is Addict. And Biddy's had a bit of an excursion here. Biddy falls to 12th. Biddy has fallen to 12th just in front of Les Paul. Must have been something interesting happened there. We did just about catch the arse end of that battle. How was that? Just driving around. Oh, there's a car off! I believe it's Winchester. Winchester did go off. Winchester went off the track briefly. He's back on now. A lot of guys are very, very close to each other, of course. There's close proximity racing at the start of a Grand Prix. Notorious. Must-win race for him, this. Sits currently in 9th position. And Michelangelo is off to an absolute flyer. As a look at this. This is one of the best camera angles in this game. Look at that. You can see everything. We're on board with Turtles here briefly. So Michelangelo sets the pace on lap 1. Great stuff. 70 laps, forgive me. I got both my estimations were completely wrong. Biddy in the Ferrari. So on Winchester, let's see Winchester's connection tonight. It's not always been the best. I've just had a hiccup. So will Biddy make a move on Winnie? He's not. He's thinking about it. Winnie's gone very wide. Which enables Biddy to, does he make the move stick? He does. Biddy up into 11th position. Biddy recovering now back into 11th place. Nice move. So there we go, we are pretty much line astern. Hungary is a very, very difficult track to overtake around, of course. Kenichi is currently 14th as well. You just saw him flash up in the background. Weisdog in the Ferrari, chasing down Cookie. This is key for Cookie to be here. Addict is in a monstrous position here. Addict will take the lead if it stays the same. I believe it's about 10 points he'll be leading by. But look at the Red Bull of Turtles all over the back of him. Of course, as we know, guys, anything can happen in this Grand Prix. Anything can happen in motor racing, full stop. So obviously these are the positions you see now. You know, anything can happen as Turts proves, and nearly goes wide on the Haas as well of Paul 2K. Still in with a shout, of course. So we move on, we're just on board with Turts. I believe that we're going to go on board with Addict. Addict's actually, he is the leader. He will be leading the championship no matter what here, based on this result. So Addict is in the prime position as we speak right now, 5th position. You see up front, Cookie is still harassing Big Stu there. And we're just basically waiting for the action to really unfold. This is almost like the calm before the storm in these sort of races. Big Stu sets the fastest lap with a 24.6. Cookie, in fact, does the same fucking lap, pretty much. So here comes Addict then. DRS is enabled this lap, as it says on the TV screen. Addict, oh, Addict runs wide. Addict runs a bit wide there. Will he be able to hold it from Turtles? He's side by side here. Great battling here. Addict and Turtles. Will Addict be able to do the business against Turts? You see in the background there. I believe that's the Haas of Thomas Halo, who also had a pretty bad start. Oh, he was only got cut across by the force in there, wasn't he? So move on there. I think Toto just managed to just went across his path a little bit there. No harm done, I don't believe. Alza is at the back of the McLaren. We expected this. He's basically returning. He's in a bad car. He'll be back into the driver's delivery, so to speak, the driver's championship standings, the driver's car allocation in a week, if he shows, of course, or if he doesn't retire. That's probably the first thing you want to say. Turts is harassing Addict here. Great camera angle there. We need to be a little bit further up the car. That'd be nice, Cody's. Come on, a bit further up the car. Right, here we go then. So this is the closest battle on track as we speak. The battle for 5th position. Key for Turts. He needs to overtake Addict. If he doesn't finish in front of Addict here by a long way, that's it. It's over. Watching the action unfold. Biddy in the Ferrari. You see, when you see a Ferrari this far down, Weisdog's had a very quiet start there, guys, by the way. He's currently in 4th, just doing what he does. I think he's actually not lost any positions. Biddy is the guy who's lost 8 at the moment, I believe, from the start. And Biddy's going to run here on Thomas Halo. This shouldn't be too much of a problem. Works Ferrari versus team distributed Ferrari. And here comes Biddy then, up the inside of Thomas Halo. Shouldn't be difficult. Halo will try and hang it on the outside. No such joy. Biddy up into 10th position. Nice move by Biddy. He's on the charge. Turtles is still there with Addict. It's so hard to get past. There's only a couple of places, really, that you have a dream of overtaking on around here. And Biddy took advantage of one of them very, very, very nicely. Very nice. Thank you so much, sir. Here comes Biddy then. Sorry, watching Turts, forgive me, sorry. Front 3 are pretty spaced. Cookie's just kind of keeping Big Stu honest there, you can see in the distance. Mercedes, you've got Addict. Weisdog is under a slight bit of pressure here from Addict. He just needs to keep his cool. Weisdog's had a very, very bad run of form. In terms of Britain, of course, didn't make the end of the first lap. In fact, I think he was out by the first 3 corners, in fact, as I spoke to him briefly after the race. Of course, as you'll see on the YouTube comments, guys, please be sure to drop any feedback or comments. Obviously, people are dropping dislikes. If you're not trolling bastards, just let me know, and I'll see if there's any way I can improve it. I'm Notorious now, and Biddy are the guys on the back of Paul 2K. A long way to go, folks. 60, just over 66 laps to go here. As you see here, the front three are taking off. Oh, Notorious in the wall. I think is that damage? No, it's not. But it's going to cause Biddy to go on the outside. Biddy's got to really, really be careful here. He's going to have a much, much more flowing run through the corner. Here comes Biddy, but Notorious luckily got through the DRS activation zone before making the mistake. Will Biddy be able to do anything here? Nope, he settles back in. Well, does he settle back in? He seems like he's gone for the kind of switchback move there on Notorious. Notorious covers it off very, very well. Ninth position battle there. Really heating up. Biddy's on the charge here today in that Ferrari. Fantastic car. Ferrari have won the last few races as well, by the way, just to point that out. So expect a lot from that car here today. But then we got... Oh, Addict has overtaken Wisedog. Huge move. Addict, opportunistic. That is how you get it done. Addict up to fourth, but Wisedog here is going to be really under pressure. Ferrari, oh, of course, on Toto in the background. Don't forget about Toto Wolff in the background there. Cookie still keeping Big Stu honest. Toto's been brought into a battle for 5th position here when he was just kind of driving around all by himself, so this is it. You just got to keep your lines, keep your concentration. Peter Mons and Biddy and Notorious here in the background here, also very, very, very close. So that's a nice line there. Strict corner cutting, guys, they do give you a penalty, so obviously running... Oh, Toto, ooh, late on the brakes, Toto Wolff, he just seems shoot, pan into the action. And here's Thomas Halo having a run back at Biddy there. Another interesting battle. Now this is going to be curious. Cookie, will Cookie be able to grab this? He needs to overtake Big Stu soon. But the more points Cookie gets here, obviously, the better chance he has. 50-point gap. We'll, of course, at the start of the next episode, bring you who is still in the championship. Cookie around the outside. Big Stu loses grip of the car. And Cookie gets the move done. Up into 2nd position, sorry, for Cookie. Notorious just going to hold his station there. In 9th position, Winchester, of course, we've not really gone too far back. Caninch and Les Paul having a big battle here. For those who are, for everyone else in the championship, everyone's probably egging Caninch on to actually be able to overtake Les Paul, to increase the gap, or to decrease the gap in the points standings. So we've got Turtles in 6th position, chasing down Wisedog still. Still that three-way battle going on there between Biddy, Notorious and Thomas Halo. Notorious needs to win the race. It's not looking too rosy for him right now. As you see, the gap between the leader is already up to 12 seconds on the way back to Notorious there. But Turts is now all over Wisedog. Wisedog, will he be able to keep his cool and, in a nutshell, keep his car on the track? Are you going to be entering Belgium, the final Grand Prix, in a fucking McLaren or a Sauber? So good luck with that. Here we go then. Turtles is still on him. Big Stu has lost a second that lap to Cookie. That's a key thing. Cookie just keeping position, keeping time, keeping pace. Look at this battle here at the back as well. Paul 2K has actually just been caught as well. So Paul 2K has been caught and it's now a 4-way scrap for 8th position. Both Notorious and Biddy and Thomas Halo in a way. We need to get this done. I don't think there's going to be any moves made. Turtles is there. Any death-defying dive bombs? Turtles great on the brakes there, gives himself a bit more of a chance to sustain the pressure. And Paul 2K, look at this, look at the battling going on behind. Watch this on board from Thomas Halo's cam. This is where he's up to at the moment. Halo just watching this go through. Paul 2K on the red bar connection. That's not going to do anybody any, give anybody any less of a headache, I guess. There's Paul, Winchester and Caninch all on the harder tie, currently sitting in 12th, 13th, 14th respectively. Owlsack just doing what he can to complete the race, to get himself into a better car next time out. We have here Thomas Halo still following around. You can see Paul 2K loses it up ahead. Still over Thomas Halo, we can see all the action from here. Great line by Tom there, bit of a flick out of the back of the car. Everyone in this league, by the way, folks, if anyone's wondering, does run medium traction or less, of course. So nothing really going on up front. We're going to focus now on the battle for 8th position. That's Paul 2K. Leads the way here. Oh, Biddy and Michelangelo with a 23.9, really answering back to Cookie's charge. I wish you could change more cameras, to be fair. Like TV pod and broadcast is alright, but then I prefer the, when you're doing like commentary, I prefer the kind of behind the back camera. You have to actually physically, you know, well, no, you can't even do it anymore. But, and here comes Notorious anyway. Forget the cameras. Notorious is going to overtake Paul 2K if he gets his line right. Hook the inside. Biddy's on his way through as well. We've got a huge battle in here. Nearly 3 wide. We can see Biddy and Notorious have continued the battle. Notorious with a bit of grass on his tyres. If Biddy kind of keeps it really, really clean, he will do Notorious out of the next corner. Biddy up 2 places in 2 corners. Biddy up to 8th, but Notorious isn't giving up yet. Notorious all over the back of Biddy. The Haas drivers follow. Portugal loses up 2 in that as well. Basically, Biddy's Notorious must be really kicking himself right now. He's managed to get the move done. On a teeny smidgy bit wide, and Biddy just managed to have enough rhythm to get through. Now Biddy needs to get moving now and catch Toto and make this up front a 4-car battle between Weisdog, Turts, Toto and whoever out of this group. Paul 2K now has Thomas Halo all over him here. Paul 2K's been falling like a stone in this race. Halo, of course, did fall like a stone off the start when he had a bit of an altercation with Toto. Wolf old foes there. Thomas Halo, oh, is that a bit of damage? It's not. He's got away with it. Will Halo be able to get pulled up the inside? Nope, he backs out of it, but Paul 2K will kind of overcompensate into the corner. He doesn't. He manages to keep it nice and clean. Remains in 10th position. This is the battle on track at the moment. The biggest battle, the closest battle, as we see here. Pit stops, of course, will be coming up fairly shortly, entering double figures in terms of laps next time round. Paul 2K and Thomas Halo are pretty much the closest, we say. Thomas Halo will get DRS here, Paul 2K doesn't. Will Tom go for the move? He thought, but he really thought about it, but didn't get the job done there. So we will keep our eyes peeled on this battle here. We've got another battle going on here. Could it just overtake Les Paul? That is a key moment, championship-wise. Les Paul is currently 10. That is 10 places behind Addict. Les Paul is a master of the one-stop strategy. He will pull it off, I assume, barring any incidents. Halo is still all over the back, and you see Les Paul and Knight in the background. Winchester just in front of them. We have nothing really going on up front. There's just line of steering, but we're going to be following Thomas Halo here. Halo with a really, really bizarre move up down the outside. Both cars are still almost locked together. It's like a fucking Haas 8-wheel car at the moment. Paul 2K, and Paul 2K loses it, but Thomas Halo runs wide. That might just be the salvation for Paul 2K, keeping it here on lap 9. Michelangelo, of course, is currently... What the fuck, I'm on the wrong one. Sorry, he's currently 2.4 ahead of Cookie. Cookie kind of maintaining that gap. Big Stew maintaining as well. It can be considered to be quite a dull race, this, but of course it'll all pick up later on when the pit stop strategies come in. It's kind of just about sticking with Weisdog. There's only 2 cars on the track who are going to get DRS this lap, as bizarre as it is. So Thomas Halo and them joins on the back of Paul 2K. Will he go into Rich? Paul 2K is still a standard. Interesting choice. You would assume you would go into Rich Mix, because now this is why this sort of thing happens. And Thomas Halo moves himself into the top 10. Normal standings, it will be points, but not in this case. But Paul 2K is not giving in too quick, guys. Paul 2K is still on the inside. Is he going to make the move count? Nope. He's really, really cautious, really precautious, shall we say, and keeps himself into 11th. He doesn't actually maximise that. Winchester here, and Knight, old adversaries, as we said before. The Haas drivers are still all over the back of each other here, interestingly, so Winnie and Knight are going to get some love in this stream. Winnie further down than he usually is, in the Williams, of course, after winning in the Ferrari, making himself into the Williams, by moving himself up the table, of course, with the 80-point add-on to get him into the driver allocation, car allocation. He is out on the championship, of course. Anything can happen, though, you know, you never know. I mean, he technically can still win, I think. No, he can't. No, he can't, sorry. But we've got here Kninch and Winnie. Oh, Turts and Weisdog. Turts and Weisdog all over each other here. Weisdog must have made a mistake. We'll flick it up to this battle here between these two. Turts and Weisdog. That battle recommences. Toto's backed off quite a bit here. And Biddy is... It's all... We're in no man's land at the moment, aren't we? We're kind of just not really doing too much. Turts needs to get a good run here, but that Ferrari power will maintain over most DRS situations. Here comes Turts and up into... down towards turn 1, or down towards turn 1. Turts goes very deep. Will he be able to do anything about Weisdog here? I don't think he will. Just sit patient and work out what you do next. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who haven't obviously followed my channel, please do. And if you want to go to YouTube and catch up on all the previous races, it's Positively Glad. And basically just click on the link in my Twitch page and it'll get you right to where you need to go. Drop a like on the video. We have then the battle for 5th still raging on. What's just happened in terms of retirements? Owser, I believe, has just done a pit stop, I think. What was he? I think he's pitted once, am I assuming? Let's have a look. Owser is the first guy to do a pit stop. He must have had some form of incident. Goodness me, there's always something fun going on with Owser when he's in the car. You never know. I mean, Owser is notorious for making a mistake and it just all crumbles around him. We have got the one battle on track now. It's Turts and Weisdog. Will Turts... He needs to win this race. Basically, anybody more than 40 points down needs to win the race. So I think we're going to go all the way over. Let's have a quick check. All the way now. So I think anyone with 40 points. Pretty much everybody from König down have to win, so only 3 drivers can maintain the position by not winning the race, so it's quite interesting to see that. But we'll run now, and Turts has got himself a good run here, and Weisdog, this is his chance, this is his opportunity. Will he be able to take it? Weisdog's been incredibly canny. If he can keep himself within a car's width, car's length, I don't think he can. Turts up into 5th position in König and Winchester now. Straight when he goes defensive. König will be able to do from the outside, as we've proven, is so difficult to overtake on. But König is going to get himself. Is he going to get? But he's got the DRS again, so will he be able to do anything about Winnie? No is the answer. He remains in 13th place. Weisdog, of course, in that foray will always have the pace in terms of raw pace over the Red Bull of Turts, but then, of course, the downforce factor will come into effect, and then you will see him away Turts there. I think he probably will here now. So after 12 laps, guys, Michelangelo first, Cookie second, Big Stew third at it, 4th, Turts 5th, Weisdog 6th, Toto 7th, Biddy 8th, Notorious 9th. And oh, Toto's overtaken Weisdog. What's happened? Weisdog's gone off, I think. Weisdog struggling. What's going on? Off the track, Weisdog loses another further 2 positions, and Notorious is now going to be all over him. Goodness me, Weisdog, another mistake. Another ill-fated move there by Weisdog. He will hopefully be able to recover from this. But now Biddy, oh, that must be a huge bonus for Biddy. He now is the lead driver. He will get option of pit stop, you'd assume. You'll offer him a change of strategy soon. You would almost assume he would take it, wouldn't you? A lot of assumptions there. He'd be able. He must get sick of the fucking sight of Red Bulls. All of a sudden, he's just been overtaken by one, and Notorious now is hassling him in the other one. Unfortunately, it's 3 positions further down from where he was. So Weisdog in 8th position now. Notorious in 9th. Must win for him. It is must win pretty much everyone from, I believe, Cookie upwards. So the top, or can inch upwards, so 3 people, top 3 can still be in with a chance. Thomas Halo has fallen right off the pace in that Haas. It's not been a notorious, it's been a notoriously bad car around Hungary as the Haas. But here comes Biddy. This may have a little bit of mini scrap here. So the Brazilian flag lofted high above the grandstand there. And we roll on now. Michelangelo, is he in lap 30? No, he's entering lap 14 coming up. Get back on board with the battle here. But he just needs to keep his calm, keep his cool. That Force India is a very good car around 90% of the tracks. Abu Dhabi, it's a bit of a handful based on previous experience, but you know. Cookie has actually caught Michelangelo by 5th 8 attempts, so Michelangelo there, you'll see the lead battle. Les Paul has come back into the Winchester König scrap, and here comes, I believe that's Weisdog into the pits. An early pit stop here for Weisdog. Turts has also followed him in, so these guys are going for a very, very soft strategy. Turts is, of course, on the super soft, so he goes for a second set of supers. Weisdog is doing the same thing. They've come out probably in the best position for us, but Biddy and Toto are still scrapping now. Let's get on board with these two. Oh wait, wrong one, thank you. Really, really good start to this Grand Prix, folks. 40 minutes into the stream, and we've still not been kicked out yet, so that's a fucking bonus, I guess. But here we go, let's see what Biddy can do. Big, big title decider. Coming up next race, and we've got a yellow flag. Winchester is out of the Grand Prix. Clip the outside curb, game over. Awful weekend for Winnie. Hero to 0 is probably the way you want to put it, but sad for him, first casualty of war is Winchester. Watch him, Cookie is within 8 attempts of Michelangelo, who pits. Michelangelo is pitting on lap 14. Very interesting. We've got a lot going on now all of a sudden. Biddy lost control of the car a little bit there. Is Biddy going to pit? No. Notorious doesn't either. So Michelangelo is going for the soft tyre. This is a very interesting decision, this, by Michelangelo. Maybe quite crafty and cunning. You realize in the Mercedes, I think he's going to come out just in front of Thomas Halo. If it doesn't, we've got a bit of an issue here, because I think Thomas Halo actually may just jump Michelangelo. They're going to be very, very close going into the first corner. We're on board live with it. Thomas Halo, will he give him a lot? Will he give him respectful room and go for the outside manoeuvre? He tries it. He's still there. This will ruin Michelangelo's race if Thomas Halo gets past. Turts has overtaken Les Paul. Les Paul, current championship leader, of course. He's the guy who'll benefit the most out of the incident there. Winchester crashing, of course. He will gain some points. Biddy is still there. Notorious still following. Have you noticed how Biddy, Toto, and Notorious, if they don't have any issues, suddenly find themselves? They seem pretty good at kind of managing their tyres, really, don't they? Compared to a lot of the rest of the field. I know Biddy used to have problems with it, but now, of course, it seems like he's completely mastered that. And Toto has gone a little bit wide here. Biddy goes wide at the next corner, so it'll all counterbalance it, but Notorious is the guy who's gained the most here in this particular section. So we're going to go on to Turts and Kinich as well. That's going to be a big battle, but the battle currently on the track is for 4th position. Or 5th technically. Toto seems to have gone away just for the 2nd. Turtles needs to get past Kinich really quickly. Kinich goes miles off the track there, kind of losing grip a little bit. Let's pull with a little bit of a tail flick as well. But we're going to go back on board with this as well. Plus, thank you so much for watching. If you can, please, if you haven't already, drop me a follow. It'll be really, really appreciated. This happens every Sunday, and I stream F1 Friday, Saturday night myself in terms of my own thing, and I do walkthroughs in the week. Definitely be worth a follow if you'd like to, please. But Biddy is now all over the back of Toto. All over the back. He's on the outside of Toto, and the two collide. There is contact. Just going to give Notorious induced hope, so to speak. And Turtles has got Kinich here. We knew that was going to come. That's not a bad move. He did go around the outside at turn 1. Turtles has done this twice now. So Biddy maintains a really, really good line with Toe. He needs to. There's a big gap up to Addict. Addict is fucking in a McLaren, for God's sakes. I don't sound like Tom. Who is this, by the way? I'm really curious. Hopeless T, someone knows my name. Ooh. Hello. I like to bloody think I'm Tom. Fucking hell, Jesus. Let's check my fucking birth certificate tomorrow. I haven't got hold of it at the moment. But Toto, Biddy and Notorious are there. Currently running in 4th position, 4th, 5th and 6th. Michelangelo is actually now a part of this group as well. Now, this is going to be really, really kind of interesting. I'm not going to guess. I'm not playing no stupid stuff. Oh, Big Stu with a... Oh, no, he's got a 5-second stop goal penalty. That's going to be big for Addict. What's going to happen here? So Big Stu, of course, is in the pit. I mean, is he still kind of... Did they give him the penalty there? Hopefully let him serve it as well. Paul 2K is going to come out just behind Big Stu. Michelangelo up the inside, so we're going to go back to the action here. Michelangelo up the inside of Notorious, and they're side by side, going round. Are they going to do it? Are they going to do it? And Michelangelo with a hell of a move. Ballsy, ballsy, gutsy display. Fucking awesome. Quality. Michelangelo gets himself up into 5th position. It's key. He needs to just keep picking them off one by one by one by one. Oh, interesting. Yeah, help us see. Let me know who you are, please. Curious to know. Here we go. Let's have a little look here. So, Biddy, Michelangelo, Notorious. This is where the action is coming. Oh, you see Les Paul down there with Kinich still battling side by side. Notorious, of course, did get displaced. Who's that Sin? Is it Sin? Need to know. Help us T. That's a curious one. Let's have a look here. 3rd Toto, 4th Biddy, 5th Michelangelo, 6th Notorious. This is still the 4-car battle to get us underway. Here comes Biddy then. Michelangelo. Michelangelo is... Oh, locking the brakes up, but remember Michelangelo and Turts with a hell of a lap there. 1 minute 23.6, fastest lap there. Ash. Who's Ash? I don't know. Toto. Ooh, it's all getting pretty bunched. Either way, you could be called Ash, you could be called Jeremy as far as I'm concerned. Please drop me a follow, that'd be awesome. Right, we've got Biddy, still not got past Toto. This is really damaging. A lot of all people. Michelangelo's race probably. He's losing a bit of time to Cookie, who all of a sudden has inherited the lead of the Grand Prix. Give me 1 second. Let me just charge my pad. You'll see me go. Here we go quite a bit. Let me know, guys, if the Cookie pits. Right, I think I'm back now. Doctor? Yeah, it's been really, really interesting, this doc. Quite a lot of action has gone down. At the moment, we currently got a 4-car battle for 3rd position. Thank you also for tuning in, Doc. Nice one, legend. So, Toto is 3rd. Biddy 4th, Michelangelo 5th, Notorious 6th. They may... Ooh, will Cookie come out in front of... If Cookie comes out in front of Michelangelo, I don't think he will. But... he may do. Now, this is a big move. Addict in the McLaren is leading around Hungary. I did make a good point at the start of the stream, saying how... Ooh, Cookie's come out behind Michelangelo. Will he get out in front of Notorious? Look at how congested this is here. A goal! Collision! No damage, no damage. Cookie's still there with Notorious. Get off the fucking camera. Nice. Michelangelo's overtaken Biddy and Toto. Has he got... Oh, they've collided! A collision there, and Biddy finally got past Toto. Michelangelo and himself had a bit of contact, and he's not got past him at all. Toto there is just in front. Toto, I mean, you can never tell with the Force India if they got damage, and Cookie needs to get past these guys also. So a huge, huge moment here, guys, in this race. Addict is 10 seconds up the road from this battle. This is now, fucking hell, it's a fucking 7-car battle. Fuck my life. Michelangelo will get away, so Toto we're on board with Toe. As this comes past, Cookie is the one person who can and needs to get past Mike, otherwise Michelangelo will take off into the distance here. Cookie up the inside, he's getting impatient. He is getting impatient. Oh, and he's colliding with Biddy. And up the inside. That's Notorious. Notorious and Biddy somehow. It's still in effect. Ah, exactly. Number 23. The GOAT. Look at this. This is fucking mental. Cookie is on Notorious, but will he be able to get Biddy? And look, Addict's come out the pits as well, just in front of him, I think. Or was that Owsat? Owsat a lap down. Really needs to get out of the way here. Fucking hell. You have no action for about fucking 10 laps. Owsat, get out of the way. I think that's Owsat, isn't it? It is. Owsat's right in the middle of this. Toto's got through, and Owsat is not getting out of the way at all. Oh, good lord, there's about 5 cars coming out. Get out of the way. Oh my god, Big Stu nearly plowed into the back of him. You might as well just fucking take control off. And we've got a yellow flag, I believe. Big Stu has gone off the track. That is, you could almost in part blame that to Owsat. Not all his fault, of course. He can't really go that many places, but he should really have got out of the way a lot sooner there. A bit of action. Cookie has suddenly found himself in 3rd, Biddy 4th, Notorious 5th, Thomas Halo 6th, Big Stu 7th, Turtles 8th. Fucking hell. Les Paul now has found the back of Kaninch and Wise Dog in the Ferrari. This fucking Jesus Christ. So Owsat is just having a stinker again, but you just got to get round in the slower cars as Addict has proven. Addict just fell to 12th position. This is how close we are, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, of course I remember, you fool. I know you are. I remember now. We got Cookie is up in the 2nd position, Toto 3rd, Biddy 4th. Just I know a lot of people got Lash, so we've got a guy called Lash Racing in the league. So we've got here. Oh, Biddy's gone for a move. Biddy's gone for a move on Toto. This is a bit ambitious. This is a bit ambitious. Will Biddy be able to hold it? Toto has been overtaken. Biddy finally gets Toto. Still no pit stops for them. Wise Dog has overtaken Les Paul. Toots in the background. Thomas Halo. Fuck my life, it's all good. Anyway, Ash, how's it going? Everything good for you? Up life is rosy. That was the worst fucking roll of my R's ever. Right, let's have a little flick through. Toots, Big Stu. We've still got a huge train of cars here. I believe there's still 7 cars in the vicinity. Biddy has got away from Toto a little bit. He does hold the line, so to speak. What a... Oh, and look at that. Big Stu runs wide. Turts all over the back of him. All of a sudden, this whole race has come together, and Turts has a little luck. Oh, Toto. Notorious. Notorious pits. Oh my god, Big Stu got close to the back of his car there. Notorious comes to the pits. He's going to fall right down as well, Mike, as well. What's his name? Oh, what the hell's going on? He's gone into... behind. I believe Thomas Halo also comes into the pits. He's still going to lose a heck of a long time, you would think. Let's watch this now. Let's watch this unfold. Addict with the fastest lap in a McLaren. Fucking hell, man, seriously. So Addict is in 8th. He's overtaken Les Paul. The championship battle, ironically. The championship, we're going to take a bit of a second to watch this. This here is the battle at the top. 1 and 2. Addict, no love lost between these two. Still pit stops to have. Big Stu and Toto, two founders of this F1 Racing League. Goodness me, one of them things. Actually, I can say if you want to watch more stuff, if you're still here, I don't think you are, but if you are, then drop the follow button. Plenty more to come. Mass Effect, of course. We've got FIFA, I believe, on Wednesday night. And Elder Scrolls, the man at Rada. Toto runs wide. Stop promoting myself. Stu, oh, he's gone on the grass, which is going to give Turts a bit of a run at him here. I love this camera angle. This camera angle is fucking phenomenal. Look at that. Still a 3-car battle. We've got another 3-car battle behind because Knich, Weisdog, and the second position man in the championship, Addict, is the cookie with the fastest lap. He's holding in Michelangelo. Pardon me, bless me. And here we go, the lap 23, we're flying through the laps now. And Big Stu has overtaken Toto off. Big Stu up the inside. That's been a long time coming. Turts also trying to get down the inside. That's been also a long time coming. These two need to get their arse into gear. Toto is not giving up on Turts though. Toto just puts his feet up and relaxes. Get yourself around. He's into 6th position, Biddy is into 3rd. He still hasn't pitted. I believe we've got Biddy, Toto, Knich, Les Paul, all yet to stop. What's happened to Weisdog? Weisdog's got him. Weisdog's had problems. Weisdog's had problems. Knich has got him. Addict's also got him. Huge switches here in the power. Such an interesting thing here. Addict's got Knich. Addict with Knich. And Weisdog gets Knich. Huge position changes. Les Paul's out on the back. And you see here Notorious. The pitters. Notorious, Paul 2K. And Thomas Halo will come out to the back of Knich now. So unlucky here. Knich not to keep the position. Turts is still on the back of Big Stu. There's a lot going on here, folks. Let's get on with Knich as well. And you see in the background Les Paul. And Notorious. This should be short work, really. No, Les Paul holds out. Only holds out for another corner or so. Notorious now on the outside. It's such a hard corner to get round, and he can't do it. Les Paul maintains top 10 position. Toto pits. Toto has pitted. So on board now with Notorious, who should really get past. And there's ooh, who was that? Paul 2K went a little bit wide there. He's just seen the car flick out a little bit in the background. Notorious. To 9th position. So with Toto pitted. Toto, it's nothing disparaging for him, but the field is that close, you pick from the back. It's as simple as it is. You see Paul 2K, they have in the next goal at Les Paul. This is all, I'm showing this mainly because of the fact it is the leader of the championship, and Thomas Halo is 3rd in the championship, remember. He has to beat Les Paul. Paul 2K, what a move! What a move by Paul 2K, and kept it on the track as well. Will Halo be able to do the same thing? He just needs to basically show ultimate patience here, Thomas. He does, he needs to show patience. And Toto has come out right behind this. We've got a little mini battle going on up here between Biddy, who hasn't yet pitted. Amazing, Biddy's going deep into this Grand Prix. If I were him, I'd almost pit in almost for the mediums, wouldn't you? Just do the 44, 45 lap stint. Get out of the way. Halo's got Les Paul in the background. And that pretty much is a done deal there, I believe. Yes, it is. 2 Ferrari power cars. One with this year's 2017, one with 2016's engine. Of course, Sauber will be moving a bit further up the field. They've been given the normally aspirated engine now, which means that they will be getting to the engine. Big Stu has just done nothing but battle founders here. Les Paul does pit in, by the way, from the soft type. Really? What's Les Paul pitting in for? I think he got a bit further, to be fair. I was, of course, to say, oh, Notorious on Knich. That's a first corner move there by Notorious. Will he be able to hold it? Knich is in the Renault. They've both got the same power car. Notorious, will he be able to hold it around the outside? He's gonna. If he does, he gets the inside line for the next corner, turn 3. And there you go. Bob's your colour finish, aren't they? If you didn't know, if you didn't, I don't know, something about can. Get the rhyme in there. But let's have a look here. Right, we've got Turtles into still battling for 5th. Biddy's there as well. Knich is pretty much falling down like a stone. So tyres looking the worst, but not the best. You probably predict about 45 to 50% on those tyres, maybe a bit more. But he's always been good at managing his tyres, Kinich, based on my knowledge of him as a driver, unless he has become a tyre savage. Biddy pits in. Biddy, lap 26. Only Kinich yet to pit, I believe, out of everybody else on the field. Addict is up in the 6th position, and Biddy has got a 5-second stop go. I did forewarn at the start of the race that you would be getting a lot of this. Oh, whoa! Oh, guys, we have got something really rare in this Grand Prix. A battle for first. Cookie's jumped Michelangelo. And look at this here. Paul 2K, Kinich, Thomas Halo. Biddy's in the pits. I believe he'll come out just in front of Wisestock, I think. Will he be able to get him? Let's have a look here. Oh, they're going to be side by side here. Side by side. I believe Biddy's run unbelievably wide. Wisestock skips through. Up in the 6th position. That's going to hurt Biddy. And Paul 2K and Kinich have collided. Kinich is involved in everything at the moment. And Thomas Hill on the outside, Kinich just got to be very, very mindful not to outbrake himself here. Just focus on one car. And Halo's gone wide. Maybe a bit of a collision. Awesome aerial pan shot. We're going to go back to Kinich because he's involved in almost everything at the moment. He is involved in everything that we've seen in the last couple of laps. So Kinich is falling down like a stone. But of course, remember, it is simply about him getting himself. He needs to beat Les Paul. That is his one focus. And not be too far behind Addict. That is what you want to be. You want to just get yourself a position or two behind Addict, which can still happen. Addict does need to pit again. Kinich rides that corner cut there. You don't see many of them around Hungary. Not too many. You think you see a lot more, but you don't. What lap times? I will show you now, Rainer. By the way, I've not called you fucking Raffner. Fuck my life. I am learning. Right, we'll show you the fastest... Fuck off, like it. Right, fastest laps here, guys. We've got a 22.6 for Michelangelo, 22.6 for Cookie as well. 22, between 22s and 24s as usual. Then obviously you've got 25s depending on what car you're in. Rainer, how are you this evening, my man? Are you all good? Or my lady? I don't know. Still haven't confirmed that, by the way. So Biddy is now with Wisestock. And whoa, what's happened? Is that? Sorry, forgive me. I think it was going really slow down the inside. What is that doing here? Biddy, what a move by Biddy! Wait, wait! Is it televised AOR Rainer? What is it on PlayStation or Xbox? And Biddy, by the way, got a really good move on this. Do you know what, man? It's like we were talking about last week, wasn't it? It's not kind of almost all about the kind of, these guys may not be the the best or the quickest. And I was fucking hell, I was nearly just drove in front of. Notorious there, we saw that in the background. Yeah, bloody hell, better say. PC, I'll tell you what, is it split one? Is that the one that Fizzy does? Just so I know, because if it's on YouTube, man, I'll tell you what, if you can do, Rainer, when it comes up, man, drop me a whisper on here and drop me the link. I've not watched any of the fucking PC stuff. I was kind of one of them old Assist League 1. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Hey, you're not the only one, man. I might try no traction on my next career mode stream and just let you all fucking take the piss out of me. But right, even though I did say I'm done on them, but Kinich runs wide there. We've got Thomas Halo battling. Hey, you got to agree though, Rainer, there is some fucking quality racing in this league. I know you've not really watched it too much, have you? Split 3. I'm guessing Split 3 will be 3rd division and no assists. Is that kind of where you're looking with that? I mean, I've seen some of the AOR lap times. They're fucking, for me personally, I'm by no way. I mean, I've won championships and leagues before, but I'm no way. Oh, Kinich had a bit of a slip up. Oh, Thomas Halo, sorry, had a slip up. Kinich is still in front. Kinich may find himself losing 2 more positions again, so he gets a bit distracted there. We're back. Toto, what a move on Thomas! Is he going to go for the double? No, he's not, but Thomas Halo says, no, thank you, mate, I'm coming back at this. Here comes Halo. Is he going to get him around the outside here? Ah, that's the only one you can have. Toto does get Thomas Halo. I'm going to stick around, guys. I'm obviously going to go for my fag break in a few laps, of course. It's fucking smoky work doing this, I'm telling you. Here comes, and then Toto is still on the back of Kinich, but Thomas Halo all over the back of him as well. So let's have a little look here. Cookie is still chasing down Michelangelo. That's going to be something to watch in a lap or two. But we're watching the battle for 10th position here. Very, very nice racing here. Let's get on board with that we did before and just watch from Thomas's perspective. So Kinich still leading the way here. Cookie is only 3, just under 4th. Well, around about between 3 and 4th. Thomas did run a bit wide there as well, so he's going to compromise himself. Go back onto the broadcast cam, go onto Toto, who runs wide himself. So here comes Thomas Hiller. Then he's going to have a little flick round. Let's see what he can do. How was that stop-go penalty? Ignoring blue flag. What has happened there? out of the way of... Is that Paul 2K? I think that's Paul 2K. Chris Kinich finally pits in then, so I believe Kinich, if he goes for the mediums, will be on a one-stop strategy. I think the quickest I've done around Hungary, I think you... Well, like I said, man, check out the times on the time trial. I'm quite low down. I've not done any time trial works. It's fucking August, I don't think. Really should get back into it on a lot of the tracks. And Les Paul has overtaken Kinich. That is a big move in that particular facet of the race. Thomas Halo is still behind Toto. Obviously, Kinich being out of the way, you'll see a lot of the cars spread out. Especially with PC. I'm guessing, Rainer, you're on a wheel as well, aren't you? You'd assume that, wouldn't you? Or you kind of pad assisted, pad done. I know people on the pad this year are finding no traction fucking awful. 16.8, man. You fucking show off. I think that's my fat thing. I think I've done 18 on Hungary, like a high 18 on TT, but obviously you can't really base TT on actual racing. To do an 18.7 in a race is rather fucking sexy. So we've got Thomas Halo here. He is currently in 11th position. He is in 3rd in the championship, by the way, of course. You want a wheel? Yeah, you just like if you. It's tricky, isn't it? With no traction, of course. What wheel you've got, by the way? You've got TX. I do pad racing myself. Like, you know what I mean? I've got too much responsibility in the house to kind of go get a setup for a wheel, for example. Toto and Thomas Halo are still there. Kinich and Les Paul, that's going to be quite interesting to see. So Kinich is going for the softer strategy at the end. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's the best one to get, isn't it, in terms of kind of full speed back in the actual realistic field. So I know there's a few kind of... I think Team Monarch's got himself a really weird one, hasn't he? It is. It's a great one. It's the one that people who want to kind of do... You don't buy that if you just want to do casual great racing games. You have to do it for a purpose, and that's kind of the thing a lot of people kind of misunderstand when they buy the TX or TMX, whatever it is. You do forget that you kind of just buy it for casual purposes. But, oh, good to have you here anyway, Rainer. Thank you very much as well. I know you follow anyway, so that's pretty good stuff. Right, okay, so we are currently sitting here watching the top two. There's a bit more action going on down there. We're going to watch Kinich for a little bit now. This is a key battle. Les Paul does lead the championship by 3 points. Addict is his rival. Addict's a lot higher up. He will, at this stage, will be in a Saba, of course. So, honest to God, I've never really looked into makes and pedals. Like I said, I'm a pad guy, so it's never kind of crossed my mind. I just know that I've obviously used wheels myself in the past, like way back in the day, a few years ago. Biddy with the fastest lap. Turtles pits for his second stop, so he's coming back out on the soft tyre. He was there with Big Stu, maybe getting a potential undercut on him. Addict, and look at this, and Turtles come up behind Notorious. That is a big move in this race. He is now behind the battle between Wise Dog and Notorious. This is intriguing, to say the least. Thomas Halo still with Toto Wolf. Connection, we are still following these two. I will stick on board with this while they're in the DRS zone. Obviously, the only casualty we've had is Winchester. Yes, it is, mate. Yes, it is. Me personally, myself, I do strict corner cut. You know, with all of my Grand Prix when I'm used to run ESR back in the day, like we used to do strict corner cut. But to be fair, as you'll notice, none of these guys are really taking liberties. So it's all kind of based on trust, which, you know, it's where you start foundations for. And look at Les Paul here. Les Paul runs wide. Kinich goaded him into that move. Will Les Paul be able to hang it around? Kinich is going to have some fucking balls to pull this off around the outside. Much superior speed. Boom. Kinich up in the 12th position. That's how you get the move done. Up there to Notorious and Turtles now then. Will we get the move done? Will we see any action and overtakes here? Turtles, just wait for the main straight. I know Kinich had a couple of corners. I've not really noticed that, really, to be fair. More kind of watching the action as opposed to that there. Like I said, my job is to cover the race, obviously, rather than just criticise the driver. But the number one rule as a commentator, you don't criticise. Unless you get some fucking lunatic show up. Oh, the chicane. Yeah, he's had a couple of on the chicane. That's our call one. But here comes... Will Turtles be able to get the move done into turn 1? Will get it done. This is identical cars, identical position in the championship as well for these two. Pretty much on the same points, and Turtles does get the move done. So nice one. Turtles, of course, was up in 4th position. He is now up into 7th, of course, from the pit stops. There is, of course, that big gap between Addict and Big Stu, which Turtles is, of course, sitting at pretty towards Big Stu in, so that's kind of where that's coming from. Is currently sitting in 8th position. That's not good enough to keep his championship aspirations alive. Halo will, of course, lose out big style on Addict. I think even he may lose out on the championship. And, of course, guys like Kinich. And the only one who's going to be really into this next week is going to be Cookie. So that's going to be a big one for him. So, pretty much coming to half distance now, 2 laps in. Away from half distance I, guys, are going into. Oh, look at this! Cookie all of a sudden has got DRS on Michelangelo. Now this is going to be huge. If Cookie can win this race, he is back in with a big, big shout. If he can't, then obviously he drops, I believe it's 5 points, 40 points for a win, and then it pretty much works down to, I believe it's 6 if there's 15 drivers. Don't quote me on that, of course. Biddy with another fast. Biddy's absolutely flying. He's going to be... Now, this is big. If he can get Addict here, this is going to be fucking huge. Will he be able to? Well, obviously, it's a McLaren versus a Ferrari, which 9 times out of... or 99 million times out of a billion, or whatever, you know. But it's pretty much almost every single time you will see a McLaren get overtaken by a Ferrari. But remember, this is Hungary. The track that McLaren wait for every year. Switch to the fucking Honda. So we're looking at Turts and Wisedock. They're going to be battling very, very soon. Saying that very, very soon because they're all... Turts is now lining up. Wisedock, I believe, from this particular position. Whoa! Like I said as well, folks, if you do hear me go for any reason, it'll be to go and check on the baby or just to go on a fag, which I will do in a couple of laps as well. I will be leaving the action with the closest battle at the time. I may even just let it watch the first position battle. Look, Thomas Hill, there's just no... It's like a fucking outdoor Monaco, this, isn't it, Hungary? It really is. There's so many overtaking positions, but because they kind of track, it's not really narrowish. It's more... And look at Turts. Turts with a bit of sparks, they come from behind the Ferrari. Yeah, no worries. Rainer, take it easy, man. Thank you very much for showing up anyway. Congratulations on your championship. Let me know your gamer tag before you go. So let's have a little look here. We've got here... Turts is lining up Wisedock. We're going to stick on this. Biddy is all over Addict as well. We're going to watch the Wisedock Turts move really quickly, but the Addict one will affect the championship. Was that collision damage at all? Addict, ooh, Biddy just tapped the rear of him. Addict, oh my good lord. Not giving him the most room in the world, but he's given him enough room, so it's a fair crack up. And Turts has got through. Turts is into... Oh, look at Thomas Halo and Toto again. Toto keeps the position. Alza, just do what he does, just get to the end, Alza, get to the end. Halo, I think this is the one to watch. Biddy and Addict, this is intriguing. An intriguing prospect watching a Ferrari battle a McLaren. It's like the olden fucking days, isn't it, really? But let's have a look here now. We're doing alright on the view count as well. I want to get to 24,000 hopefully by the end of January. Doing that bad at it so far. Obviously I've got a couple more bits and bobs to kind of catch up on as well. Stream, I may go and do another stream here tonight. I'm not sure what it's going to be. Probably my Mass Effect Renegade stream. That'll be coming up later this evening, or I may just grind some Elder Scrolls depending on how fucking sociable I am. So we have Biddy then. Will he be? He should be able to get Addict here. Addict is the master of setups and one hell of a defender and an aggressive racer. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean it in a way that he's got himself in a championship fight. Biddy, of course, will sail past if he keeps his line here. Addict, I would almost admit defeat based on the points you're getting. You know, I think Addict is clever. Not really admit defeat, but you know what I mean? Just kind of like not push as hard as what you would do. Wisedock is now being caught under Torres. Thomas Halo and Toto, these two have battled pretty much all season. All season they've had a battle. Almost every race I've covered, they've been involved in a battle of some sort when Tom has obviously been here. We're still going, guys. We're at half distance now. I'm going to wait for the battles to kind of resolve themselves, and then I will be taking a quick break. We'll watch this one through to its conclusion. I know Cookie and Michelangelo are pretty close up front as well, it must be said. Crazy, my bloody X turns on my stream. That's fucking mad, isn't it? Nah, no bad blood between us two. Years and years, man. I was a kid back then. Fucking hell, Ash. Oh, Michelangelo! Cookie's got Michelangelo, battle up front. Oh, Michelangelo's gone miles off. And Cookie takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Huge moment in the race. We missed the initial part of that battle. Because it just come from nowhere. Cookie must have just shoved his car up there from a mile back. From a fair distance back, miles, a little bit kind of too overemphasised really. But from quite a way back, and obviously got the move done. He's currently first. He had to do that, especially with Addict getting overtaken by Biddy. I believe. I think there's a good 15-point gap between these two now, so they're going to be capped. That's how much he's going to haul him in by. At the start of next week, guys, I will be showing up a little bit earlier. A couple of minutes, so as soon as the lobby opens, we're going to be talking about the championship, the different possibilities, where people need to finish to win. You know, we're going to be focusing a lot, obviously, next week. I'm going to be soloing it. I did want Rara to get involved. It would be a fucking hell of a stream for Rara to get involved in. He just can't do it, unfortunately. Penguin is away on holiday, so he won't be able to do it either. And that's just to let you all know. Right, we've got here, so we're still battling. We're going to go back actually to Michelangelo because he is in a quicker car. And look at that, outbreaking himself there. Ooh, goodness me, he's still fighting. He just needs not to ruin his tyres. You don't want that. As soon as that flat spot lands, remember Cookie is on the softer tyre, it will be pitting. Soon, will Michelangelo be able to pit? Will he be? He did come in earlier. Will he be able to pit and come out in front of Cookie? Because he won't be on the softer tyre, you assume. Cookie needs, and I mean needs, this race win. Probably ruining, missing so many races now. He missed a good 2 or 3, I believe, maybe even 4. And here comes Notorious. Perfect timing. The move. Oh, Notorious goes up to 7th place. Does he? Is that the Ferrari? So will he be able to get the move done? Fucking awesome, this. Will he be able to do it? No, Notorious has got it. Red Bull far superior on the downforce side. Halo still on the back of him. We're going to go on board with Michelangelo. We're just going to follow him around a little bit. See what happens now. Michelangelo obviously running at no assists and in cockpit cam. So the most hardcore of the drivers on the field. Les Paul is currently 6 down. There was an 8-place gap back to Les Paul. I think I lost fucking focus on what I was saying then. Will Michelangelo be able to do anything with the DRS? You'd assume so, especially with the difference in the car power, but Cookie, of course, is a master of steps. And we've got a crash. Toto is off the track. Oh no. Toto again. And that there is his challenge over for the season. It's been a main feature, almost in a way. Toto crashing off, and Big Stu pits. He comes in. Stu, of course, serving his 5-second penalty. Don't forget though, Biddy does as well. Stu may not know this, but Biddy also has a 5-second stop goal penalty. They are in party with each other. So Big Stu, Halo. No, Big Stu's going to come out just in front of Thomas, isn't he? Just all you need to do now based on, but you know, obviously I can't really talk about rhythm on my Russian career mode. I fucking did a breakdown in it and shut the stream off in a fucking strop because I drove that shit. You know, it's one of them things you just gotta get into rhythm. Michelangelo, guys, I'm just gonna let this play out. Michelangelo chasing Cookie, guys, back in 2 minutes. Thank you. And we're back. Cookie has pitted. So he is now going to the end. Right then, here we go. So this is where it gets really interesting now. So you've got any other battles going on. I think it's just Wisedog and Notorious, of course. Wisedog just sticking with him. Of course, recapping the race, Winchester went out earlier in the race, of course. Lost it at the exit of turn 4. Is that 4? 1, 2, 3. 3, sorry, forgive me. So the only one really anywhere near catching, I would say, or within another car's distance. So the time on the race kind of almost feels spaced out, doesn't it? We've got another round of pit stops coming up soon. That'll hopefully bring people back together at least briefly. But then you've got this race all depends now on what Michelangelo goes on to at the end. Obviously this has been Michelangelo's race. He's led pretty much every single lap of it, barring the pit stop when he came in. Once the field sorted itself out, he managed to keep his own thing. Cookie, of course, overtook him then, of course, just before his pit stop a few laps ago. Daring move by Cookie into turn 1, paid off big style for him. And he managed to do the business there. So, lap 40, we've got a yellow flag in sector 2, I don't know who that is. It is, oh, Big Stu's crashed again. This has been an absolute bad season for him. And it goes from bad to worse with wing damage. Oh, Big Stu, it's every race it seems. It's so far through. And it all goes wrong for him. Had a good 5th position last time out in Britain. Obviously we didn't catch it due to the fucking bizarre incident. And Addict is pitted as well. Addict will be coming out behind, well, just in front of Thomas Halo, which means you'll be looking at probably... Addict is just mastering this McLaren. Absolutely mastering the McLaren. It's giving him absolute odds. He's almost odds on. But obviously, you know, it is Belgian coming up, and we've got here coming down the main straight. Thomas Halo. It's going to be... Oh no, who was that in front? Sector 1, we've got a yellow flag in Sector 1. I don't know who that is. No, I don't know. There was a yellow flag appearing in Sector 1 briefly. I don't know who that was. And Big Shoe, of course, pits in. And that's another 5-second penalty. It's just... You wouldn't turn up, would you? You just wouldn't turn up for it. You wouldn't turn up for it. It's been awful for him. Addict, the aerial pan shot, or watch Addict catch Halo. Halo actually got Addict, actually, in the end. So, good driving by Thomas. I believe that'll be late on the brakes. That's when the yellow flag came in. And Big Shoes now behind Les Paul. A 5-second added on, of course, for later. Biddy does have a 5-second penalty, so that will obviously be factored in later in the Grand Prix. So, lap 42 for the race leader now. Cookie is only 15 behind Michelangelo. They're on the same tyre. Cookie's on absolutely fresh tyres. Michelangelo's on cut tyres, of course. We all know we've got 25 laps. So Addict now chasing down Thomas Halo, championship rivals, of course. Halo really needs to beat Addict, but unless shenanigans, I don't think he's going to. Halo must know that in his mind. This is about to be what I would consider to be, I don't know, with Les Paul up in 11th now based on the other misdemeanors. Addict, what a last corner there. Mindful of Thomas Halo and the McLaren. With DRS, it's quite a surprise. He's out dragging the house. Addict has got this car set up to perfection. 2-time RRL champion is Addict. Reigning RRL champion Addict. He's come back. He's had a few races off, and he's still in a position, a prime position to win. Obviously, going into, you know, Belgium in a Sauber is not going to be the most exciting of prospects for him, but you know, he is going to be there, and he is going to be in the position to win RRL Season 8. Live as well, with Positively Glad. Hey! So we have now got another situation where we are waiting for pit stops. I'm going to go on board with Cookie. He is absolutely hauling Michelangelo in. When will Michelangelo pit? He's going, I believe, I think there's ours just in front as well. Cookie with a 22-1. Great lap there on Cookie. Realistic car performance, of course, guys. Right, we are now at crunch. This is where people will be thinking about pitting in. Ours, that's done really well to keep that car going. I know he's had a lot of kind of, well, I'd say almost it is issues. Toto and Big Stu, the two guys who've had the biggest issues this race, they are currently running in 12th and 13th and 12th respectively. Both guys crashed off, ironically, in exactly the same position and hit the same wall and both fucking reversed back into the other wall. Luckily though, Thomas or Paul 2K managed to avoid the incident. With Big Stu coming back across the track. Toto did it in absolute solitude. Toto is a lap down, and I believe the Big Stew is also a lap down now. Be interesting if Big Stew, you know, from Michelangelo's perspective. She is Big Stew a lap down. Here he is. There's Paul. Laps Awzat. Sauber lap on a McLaren. You know that Awzat's what? Ooh, goodness gracious me, Awzat. Oof. Trying to get himself back into the rhythm. Needs it really. Cookie is hauling Michelangelo in at a rate of knots. When will Michelangelo pit? Is this going to be damaging to his race? You can tell he's gunning for them super soft tyres. He's gunning for them tyres. How I would love to get back involved in league racing watching this, man. You get the fucking itch, don't you? You do. Just want to be out there racing. That's why I started streaming my F1 career mode again, because I'm doing these commentaries and I'm thinking, I'm feeling left out. But if anyone's got any leaks, Sector 2, who is it? A Big Shoe again. Oh my lord. Oh dear. He's having a mare. What? Oh, Biddy's got a penalty for. Oh, Big Shoe. Biddy comes past him. He just got a 3-second one. Biddy just lapped Big Stew. Oh dear me. Was it Mavs? Oh, good. Big Stew's off again. Oh, he's at the other wall. There's no grip on the tyres. No grip on the tyres. Tits and full Tits having a really good race. Big Stew is just not here. Just gotta. There's not many words. I think Big Stew's paused it here. Oh, he's back. Car is just not functioning well, and he's just retired. That, yep, you would do. Oh, you feel for him, man. Big Shoot, season 9 will be your season. Pulls off. That's probably as best you can do. Yellow flag is 2-3 from that. On board Michelangelo, the sole surviving Mercedes. Big Shoe has just had a fucking shit season, hasn't he? You've got to feel for him. You've got to feel for him. Hero McCann, that's not good. Right, we see Addict chasing down Wisedock. How was that? I believe that's Les Paul letting Michelangelo through. He's currently racing. That's 2 laps down. Les Paul 1 lap down. So just, oh, Michelangelo hits the grass. That's not going to do him any favours. But now, remember, Toto Wolff is in front of Cookie still. It's been a hell of a race. This has been a gruelling one. Remember Hungary, we did I think it was a 100% race in my first racing league, which we deemed FGL, but we never kind of had a name for it. And I remember after we did, it's back in F1 2012, so it was probably as tricky as this, really, you know, kind of grueling. And Toto moves out the way very nicely of Cookie there. That's what Michelangelo didn't want him to do, but he's done it. Yeah, I remember we had a race in in Hungary. I think we were doing, you know, obviously normal cars, but equal cars, and fuck me, it was hard. Fuck me, it was hard. Just, you know you've been involved in a race and a battle when you finish this track. I think he came 4th that day. But anyway, we're watching Addict now. Live with here, I believe Notorious then joined at the end of that season, funnily enough, interestingly. And then went and won every fucking title we had, repetitively. Addict and Wisedock, this is a big, big move. Les Paul, of course, in 11th position, doing what he needs to do just to survive and keep himself within reach of Addict. It's going to be very close at the top. It will be a 2-horse race, you'd assume, for the championship. Here comes Addict now. Bombing along. Will he be able to get Wisedock? He's about to. He's another battle with the Ferrari. He's had to dive up the inside. It's not a dive bomb that, he had to do it. And it is clear, I believe. Got a bit of cloud cover, but I believe I was notified before the beginning of the race that we have got a clear session. But you never know in Hungary, you never know. You see Thomas Halo lurking in the background. He needs to beat Addict. So maybe Wisedock may become his best friend very soon. Because Wisedock is actually quite... Oh, Tits with a hell of... Oh, that was Notorious with a heck of a corner cut across the chicane. Addict riding the curve as well. With the fastest lap, 22-1. Michelangelo needs to pit sooner. He's going to. Les Paul pits in. Les Paul pits in for his final stop. Toto goes through. So Les Paul, this is the key one. Biddy with the fastest lap, 22-0 for Biddy. That's a fucking monumental lap. heavily degraded tyres, but remember, he does have a 5-second penalty. So, not literally on board with the main battle. The only real battle on track, of course. Addict fighting with Wise Dog. Big moves. 353 points he's on. And 356 for Les Paul. Both guys just do what they need to do. Addict, is he going to make a move? He's got him. That's a hell of a move. If he can keep it on the inside, he can't. Wise Dog goes for the switchback. Addict just having such good racecraft here. This is almost like a fucking arse-kiss contest. If I can fight with myself to arse-kiss Addict the most, but you gotta respect quality driving. Well, that's what he's putting in here. He's putting in a shift. He's putting 2 shifts, 3 shifts with this McLaren. An amazing drive from Addict. He got a podium, of course, in back here, remember, with this car. He knows what he's doing on his return, that was, of course. And I was, of course, in his return, McLaren not really having the same sort of form, 2 laps down, of course, but, you know, it all adds up at the end. You will get your points, you'll get yourself into the car allocation. Cookie's down to 6.4 now on Michelangelo. Will Michelangelo pit? He's gunning for them ultra soft tyres. Cookie is going to the end, so Michelangelo will be reeling him in. Addict, of course, now sets his sights on Notorious in 5th, just to let you know. Keeping our eye on one of the main protagonists. Cookie doing what he can to secure himself a championship challenging position. I believe he's going to get it just. A 2-horse race, of course, would be a lot easier to commentate on. A lot easier to work out, but one of them is going to sit up. I just want to give a shout out to a veteran RRL driver. I've just been told that he won't be coming back, of course, based on personal situations, which I'm not going to touch upon. Snoop, great sim for RRL. Of course, I say this every week, my former teammate on my first ever sim racing championship. Possibly the best teammate I ever had, barring King Chris 93, in case he's watching this. But big shout out to Snooper. I'm sure all the RRL lads will... In fact, everybody, whoever watches this far, hashtag Snoop in the comments, please, guys. You know, he's been an absolute servant for this league. He's been loyal. He stuck up for them with me. You'd have thought he would have, you know, from a neutral perspective, you thought he would have sided with me when I was in war with these guys. He didn't. Michelangelo was pitted, by the way. Intriguing, but yep, going back to that, Snooper. Good luck, mate. Hopefully we'll see you in racing in the future. Of course, take it easy, my man, and all the best for you. But Cookie now has done what he needs to do, but Michelangelo needs to get these tyres warmed up ASAP. Maybe slightly early on these tyres. Slightly early, but it's going to make an exciting finish. Only Biddy with the 3 sigma. Addict's got Notorious already. Fucking hell, someone's on a charge, aren't they? So he's going to go after Turts now. Addict overtaking Notorious has ended. Notorious championship fight. Everybody below Addict is just done, I guess. Thomas Halo may struggle to kind of get him. Halo will, of course, be in 3rd, potentially 4th position at the start of the next race, based on where Cookie stands in the standings. Right, Kenichi does pit. One of the early favourites for the RL Championship. Obviously, since the patch come out, Kenichi just kind of almost fell off the pace, you would think. He's going to be coming in for another set of, I would assume, Supers. It is Supers. Toto will come past him here. You see Kenichi there on the right hand side in the Renault garage, coming out of the Renault garage now. Oh, look at the background. Biddy having a bit of an incident with that. Was that there? That's not going to help anybody. Oh, chopped him as well. Goodness me. That's how you silence the critics. Gets firmly out of the way. Who's that? Well, that, I believe. What's that? Oh, it's Kenichi. Sorry, forgive me. It's Kenichi. I was trying to get the Renault driver. I was just fucking commentating on it. Fuck's sake. I'm going fucking senile in my old age. But he is still in 2nd. He may be Michelangelo's kryptonite in this race. Wise Dog pits in from 7th position. Thomas Hale overtakes him. Paul 2K will probably get him as well. Wise Dog has had a... Do you know what? He's finally had a decent race in that Ferrari. Hopefully he'll be in the Ferrari next time, so I know exactly where the fuck he is. Biddy in this Ferrari has driven an absolutely stellar Grand Prix. He'll have a 5-second penalty, so if you look at this from Biddy, he will be coming out and shoot just with Notorious. I think, yeah, it'll be around about Notorious, Thomas Halo range. But Biddy will be going on to the supers the same way that Weisdorf has. Toto has magically put himself into 10th position, even though he went flying off the track. 2 retirements. Big Stu, of course, just fucking heartbreaking for him. I guess I've been in bad words in the past, but you just get past that, don't you? But, you know, at the end of the day, he's just had a bad season. Every race he's been competitive. Every race, one mistake ruins him, and then it all goes south from there. So, and Michelangelo sits the fast up with 21-1, 9 tips quicker than anybody else. Would you almost want to see Cookie pit, potentially? Give us a super soft battle. You almost would, wouldn't you? How's that pits in? He's just done. I think he's getting to the end of the race. He's only got another fucking 19 laps to go, just over 19 laps to go, so that's not bad for him. We're going to go on board Michelangelo. He's the guy on the move. Michelangelo needs to make this work. He does have a potential chance of catching Biddy if he does win this race and Biddy retires. That is the key thing here. He just needs the patience. Keep it. We always used to say this to one of our former racers now racing in the RL, a guy called Keo, former RL racer, of course, and a ESR racer, WR racer, of course, one of my friends. You know, basically, just patience is key, and ever since that, Keo turned into a monster. You know, nearly won an ESR championship, but we'll move back onto this. Michelangelo needs to really get himself back focused here and work on getting Biddy. 5 views, guys. If anyone's not following me yet, please do so. It's highly appreciated. This is, of course, well, the more followers I get, the more views I get, means I'll carry on. Paul 2K pits in. He's going to come out in 9th anyway, so he's going to stick in 9th position. He was just in front of Weisdorf, I believe. He was in front of Weisdorf when he pitted. Michelangelo needs to get the move done here. This has to happen here. Will he be able to do it? I think he must be listening to me here, because he's gone for the move and pulled it off like a treat. Fantastic. Still DRS active. He's not activated his DRS, which is really weird. In fact, you wouldn't need to. He's pulled off the move. Good effort. 12.4 to the leader. Biddy putting in a stint and a half. Notorious pits. If I was Biddy now, get yourself in the pits. Get yourself in the pits. Get out of the way. Thomas Halo probably still needs to pit again. Skokie. Nah, stint's not here tonight, mate. He's not giving a reason why, but he's not racing currently. Thomas Halo with a 5-second stop go. Biddy, get yourself in. Get yourself in the fucking pits. You might as well do. He's pulled off a corker here. Biddy was battling down. Well, he was up the front, obviously qualified 3rd, had an incident, fell back down to 12th. At the moment, my driver of the day here. Race move of the day was Cookie's start, putting himself so high up. Said racing AOR. Bloody hell, I did not know that. Christ, man, I used to beat that guy on the track. The fucking hell, what am I doing? What am I wasting? Why I waste my talent for? But yeah, I made this a league. I don't know if anybody has any leagues that you fancy me if anybody fancies like give me a league, I don't know. I'll be up for racing it. You know what I mean? But obviously, don't clash with my commentaries. Biddy gets past Kinich in the background there. I believe it was Kinich. It was. Biddy passed Kinich there, or keeping Kinich behind him. Hopefully, he did all right in AOR. Oh, Michelangelo! No, no. He didn't hit the back of Toto. There's no fault there from Toe. Toe put himself in the great position to get out the way. Michelangelo just outbraked himself, almost thundered into the back of his car. This is the race then, folks. Michelangelo, 10.5 behind Cookie. Both guys going to the end of the race. Biddy needs to pit in. He has to pit in here. So he's missed the RR race and his game crashed. Well, that's just karma, man. He's threw it to the wrong one. Never thought I'd ever say that, but we're here. Let's go here. Let's have a little run through. Back in 1 second. We are here. Right, so Michelangelo 9.9. Got Weisdorf, who is a second behind Notorious. These two have been sort of nice, man. Good effort there, Skaki. A lot of people in AOR, man. Okay, we had Rainer in the grid. PC champ. Be watching that back. Watch him win it. Drop a few comments on there. Support people that support me is the way, man. What AOR race were you in, by the way? What division are you? Is it streamed? Televised? Or is it not quite at that stage yet? Or is it kind of a lower reach? Split 3, I'm assuming. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I was about to say, yeah. Or me, or Rainer, or Raffner. I feel it really cool that he tunes into me every week. Like, you know, it's got a nice one. But Kaninch and Toto, this is going to be an interesting battle. Toto, for some reason, is now behind Kaninch. Toto must have really fucked up here, but... Remember guys, 16, just over 16 and a half, well 16-ish laps to go. Biddy still has not come into the pits. He's going to be burning these super softs up. Or does he not have any left? That's the key. Are you in the Assist Elite 1? Yeah, man. Basically, you're in the same level as Rainer. He's in the same level as you guys. But you know, I want to enter some shit because I can drive. So. Oh, but Notorious has got Weisdog here. These two are battling here. Let's shake this up to turn 3. Side by side. Here comes Weisdog then, who's had a lot of problems. Weisdog has overtaken Notorious. Great move from Weisdog. Up into 6th position. Great stuff. Toto does pit, of course. That's what I mean. Rainer obviously just Toto with a pen. Goodness me, all 3 founders with penalties. And Notorious is at a crash, is he? I think Weisdog must have just chipped across the front of him. I did miss that. I was looking at the laptop. Forgive me there, folks. We'll catch that back up on stream now. Let's have a look. No, I didn't. I did miss it in total because I was looking somewhere else. Notorious and Weisdog. Weisdog, another incident. He had one with Kaninch around Britain, if you remember. And Les Paul. Will he get Toto? No, he doesn't. Oh. He needs to. He needs to get him. It's just a case of, do you want to turn the assists off, isn't it, I guess. Michelangelo 7.5 seconds behind Cookie with 13. I cannot fucking add up for the cunt of me tonight. 15 and a half laps to go. 15 a bit. Cookie is still leading. He's got the Haas of, I believe that is Paul 2K behind him now. On fresher tyres, and this is a really heartbreaking thing for Paul 2K. His race is pretty much done unless Cookie lets him through, but if he does, it's going to be at Michelangelo's mercy. Will Jay's tyres, aka Michelangelo, Jay's tyres be able to hold up and go the distance? It feels so good to commentate on a race with Michelangelo where there's no incidents, no problems. Obviously he had one last week, but of course the internet failed, so this is the first time. See, I've raced with this guy wheel to wheel many a time, and he's better than me on equal. So you've got to go not assist with a wheel. I mean, that's the first step. Maybe even you've got to go manual gears. That's the rule. You've got to go manual gears if you have a wheel. Then obviously keep yourself on medium. Try no traction straight away. Feed yourself and spend a week on time trial, 2 weeks. I don't have a wheel myself. I'm a pad driver. You know what I mean? I'm not the fucking be all and end all. You know what I mean? I'll be going for assists. Like I've not got, as I mentioned, I've not got the time and the physical resources, obviously having a kid, to go out and get myself a setup, you know, like a room setup, for example. I'm in the front room, you know what I mean, so I don't want to have to kind of just drag it out, fit it together again. It's pointless for me. You know, it's unfair on part of it. Anyway, you know, board with Michelangelo here is looking very, very dark. I don't think there's any rain forecast. That will, of course, come in time. I do full racing line. Do you know what? It's not because I need it. I can do racing line off. It's no problem. Do you know what? I put the racing line on full to beat the racing line. I do. I don't like. I make my own corners. You know, I've been watching fucking Formula 1 since 1994. You know what I mean? When I was like 4 years old. Turtles pits. This is a big moment. But he needs to pit. He does need to pit. Get yourself in the pits, bid. Get yourself on the super soft. Crank it up, mate. Addict. Oh, wait a minute. Addict is going to move to 4th, but Turts is going to be all over him. Addict laps his championship rival. That is a spit in the face. Jesus. Hey, man. Hey, I'm 28. 28 and a half. Touch and go. 2004, man. You tuned into a bad year. Fucking the 90s were where it was at, you know what I mean? That got me into it, and then funnily enough, you mentioned that I stopped watching F1 in about 2002, 2003, and tuned back in 2010, I think it was, or 11. And then Vettel was dominant. I was like, why have I done this? 17, bless your socks, man. You know, yeah, that's the age you start in at 3-4 years old. To be a fan of F1, you've got to start as a nipper. You do, don't you? do have to start as nipper, as you see Notorious here, catching Thomas Halo, only 1.5 seconds behind him now. In fact, no, Notorious was in front of Thomas Halo. Of course, we had that incident. Biddy has pitted, and he's got another 5 seconds. Jesus, this is not his day for pit lane entry, and they're not going to move his car. Remember, he got the 5-second penalty on his previous pit stop, so no movement for Biddy. He's going to come out just in. If he comes out in front of Addict, quid him. It could happen. It could happen. It's going to be close. This is going to be close. Addict, I think, on pace will do him here. Not Biddy. I think no, Biddy's got him. Biddy's got him. Will Addict be able to turn him more superiorly to... He does. Biddy's got it. Biddy's in third, but he has got 5 seconds. He's got a 5-second penalty. Webber was always faster. He just made a lot of mistakes. That was the problem with Webber. He was a champion inside a failure's brain. An interesting way to put it. But you see Turt's just behind Addict as well. Turt's isn't out of the scrap just yet. Addict is doing really, really well. I've always had F1 in my heart, you know what I mean? Like, I wish I had more resources so I could potentially get involved. Obviously, I've got bad eyesight, so I can't really drive them. By the way, guys, we're yapping away about random shit. I'm going to go and have a quick cigarette before the end of this race, so I can obviously cover the last one. Back in 2 minutes ago, Michelangelo 3.3 down, back in a moment. And this is why you return. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 2, I believe. Who's that? It's Paul 2K. Paul 2K, the third member of the Spin Out Club. Paul 2K's gone... I think his controller might have disconnected there. We're back on. But look at the front battle. The front battle. This is what we've been waiting for. Michelangelo versus Cookie. Now, Addict's fourth, but look at Turtles as well on Addict. There's two huge championship affecting battles here. Cookie needs to win this race. He's got 11 laps to survive. You can't survive against a Mercedes battle here for 11 laps, surely to Christ. We'll find out now. Michelangelo. Oh, we've got a bit of lag here. Bit of lag there. Hopefully it's not my connection. Please don't be my connection. It's identical battles here. And Michelangelo is wheel to wheel. Does he know he's got DRS down the straight? Oh, Cookie, a little bit of argy-bargy for the lead. Gamble with Turts. We're going to stick with the front battle. Let's keep professional. Michelangelo all over the back of Cookie now. Paul 2K pits, of course, with a damaged wing. Biddy with the fastest lap of 20.2. He needs that 5-second gap on height. He's already got it. Biddy is rolling. He is going to get a podium finish here. 3 views, guys. Thank you so much for today. Guys have really kind of reinvigorated my streaming thing, and Addict has been overtaken. No, he's not. Turts runs wide. Addict and Turts had a bit of argy-bargy then. very similar to the front battle, it would seem. We're in Sector 2, Michelangelo on the back of Cookie. Didn't take him long at all, but now the only thing is you've got to get past him now. So you've got to actually get that job done. Turts and Addict, this is an aggressive battle. Addict really can't afford. You'd almost assume that Addict doesn't really need to beat Turts. It's more pride. Here comes Michelangelo then. He's going to go for the outside Cookie. Just fantastic defending, defensive driving. And they've collided. The two guys have collided. Again, more touches between the two. And again, it gets the job done. He's got 9 laps of defensive drive to do. This is not going to be a walk in the park by any stretch of the imagination. Turts, just be patient. Turts needs to control his emotions. This is what's kind of left him out of the championship battle too. Emotions for Turts have ran high a lot of the time. Biddy is fucking vamoosing away from Addict. 3 seconds that lap. Based on Addict battling as well. And Ferrari just being a fucking god at this stage of a race. Wise Dog proving that as well with 3-second gap to Thomas Halo. And Turts has got Michael Addict here. If he gets the move done, fine. I think if he needs to jam that DRS and come across the front of him, he's done it. Turtles is up in the 4th. Addict will settle and be happy with 5th, you'd assume, in the Macca. Addict and Les Paul, the 2 elite drivers. Les Paul's not found. I think Les Paul has gone more conservative. I think this may be his downfall, potentially. Maybe going for a more aggressive race strategy will be the way to get Les Paul doing what he needs to do. So Michelangelo now, will he be able to get the move done? He goes defensive again. It's that inside line, hug the pit wall, hug the pit wall. Michelangelo's going to make him work for this move. He's going to get it, he's going to have to work for it. The 2 guys side by side again. Oh, the hand goes up, there was proper contact that time. Little damage from either car. He's going for the move at the inside here. He's going for the move similar to what Cookie did on turn 1. Michelangelo takes the lead of the race. Heartbreaking for Cookie. He needed that win. He needed to lead. But it's not over. Michelangelo's tyres will be shot by the end of this stint. Cookie's going for it again. Turn 4. He's going to go for a move. Turn 5. Not going to happen. Michelangelo leads the Hungarian Grand Prix round 19, RRL Season 8. I think this may very well be the finishing positions now, lads. This has been one monumental stream. 2 retirements, of course. Winchester falling foul earlier on. Round 2 and 3 hit the outside of the curb, went straight into the wall. Game over. Big Stu pulling off after just incident after incident after incident. But Michelangelo here, if only he could have done this earlier in the championship. What might have been, eh? What might have been. He's only gained about 100 points, or 150 points across 18 races, you would have think. 16, 17, but he had a good start and just faded. Obviously having no assist means you're going to be in a little bit more trouble when it comes to actual braking and turning and getting on with it. But Michelangelo has done the dirt, done the deed. He has got past. Will the tyres last for both drivers though? He wants to lead Michelangelo around this part of the track, so he can now afford to do that. He's on fresh tyres. I was at just in front of him. I believe he's now going to be 3 laps down. I was at. You just take the rough with the smooth, don't you? Really. This could be a big factor. He needs to get out the way. Good move by Alzat. Really intelligent thing there. Michelangelo's lapped up to Notorious. 8th. Kanich's is having a really stellar drive in 9th position here. Just unfortunate he's not going to be able to do anything with that, it being so high up the grid, at the field. And Biddy with another 3-second penalty. It's not going to cause an issue. He's 10 seconds up the road. In fact, it will. No, it will. 11 seconds of penalties for Biddy. He's 10 ahead. Be something interesting to watch if Biddy's tyres can hold out. Get on board with Biddy. 3rd position. He's candidate for driver of the day, but see with the incident at the start of the race coming back through admirably. Driver of the day is going to be, guys, if you guys have watched this, who would you give driver of the day to? It's obviously not Verstappen because he's, he just wins everything anyway, but you've got to pick one of the top 3, wouldn't you? You'd assume. Let's have a look here. be a tie, I think, folks, with Cookie and Biddy. In the comments, guys, please, of this video, and obviously in the Twitch comments, I'm going to obviously announce my driver of the day, obviously during the stream, but just let me know who you think. Obviously Wise Dog's dropped a few positions, but he's managed to get to the end. Has gone to the end as well. You know, obviously not candidates driver of the day, really, I think, because they've had not the best races, but Notorious obviously done quite well. There's not many position changes. Michelangelo, of course, will be up there too, based on the fact he's worked his strategy to perfection. At the moment, still 5.5 laps to go. Anything can happen, guys. Hit 10 o'clock, nearly 2 hours into the stream. This video, of course, if you're watching on Twitch, will be uploaded almost instantaneously after the race. Watching Biddy now, we'll go on board with Cookie. No real battles now. I think it's kind of all sorted itself out. 5 laps to go. Between Michelangelo, Cookie and Biddy for the drive of the day. Turt's had a pretty good drive too, in fairness. Turt's had a really good drive, actually. Turt's and Addict both putting in stellar performances. Everyone's had pretty good drives, really, haven't they? Big Stu would have probably been up there at some point, but obviously retiring. Just pains to see my former teammate in the co-op series retiring. Both had bad seasons that year. Really bad seasons. But it's been an, you know, it's not even been the most exciting of races that we've had, but it's been one of the most intriguing races of the season because a lot rides on this. We know that Addict and Les Paul are going to be in a championship fight. Thomas Halo is going to be there by default, almost just for being there. After that, it's going to be interesting to see if anyone else is even in the hunt, really. I'm not sure if they will be. Cookie obviously driving the way he has. Good effort, but at the end of the day, he's not there. I think driver of the day will be... I'm still trying to work it out. In terms of comeback drive with Biddy, but you have to give it to the race leader here, Michelangelo. But we'll announce it after the race, of course. Because a lot can happen in 4 laps at Hungary. See, they're still with Michelangelo. He is going to dark clouds, so we're far away from bitter rain, of course, but not during this race. Be interested to see if it trickles at the end. That'll be very intriguing. The way these guys do it, they do a live weather in the race. Well, no, it's dynamic, isn't it? Sorry. In a race weekend that is happening at the time, it's real life weather, so if it's pissing down over there, it is pissing down in the race. But obviously this is dynamic, and they have got away with this around Hungary, because Hungary in the wet really throws up a conundrum. A lot of the quicker cars do usually fall foul of the rain around Hungary. I've been for a few years around there, actually. Here comes Cookie then, 2.6 down on Michelangelo. Any penalties now would really spice things up, but obviously you've just got to hit and hope for the best, really, haven't you? Kinch having it. We're going to flick through Biddy, good drive. Turts has been consistent, really consistent. Just basically followed his gut instinct. I believe he's had 3 stops for Turts. Turts had 3 stops and put himself in 4th. So you can really see that he's gone for the aggressive strategy, and this time for Turts, it has worked. He's 4th. Addict is going to be leading the championship after this race. He will be in the Sauber for Belgium. Rather you than me, mate. But we'll be fucked either way, so it's going to be interesting to see if Les Paul can kind of turn it around when they swap positions. Who's had a very quiet race, you would think. He's been involved in quite a few battles, but other than that, just getting the job done. No drama. Thomas Halo, it's not between these two. These two can basically have themselves another little battle. Halo's had a good race. He finds himself in a Belgium showdown with Addict and Les Paul. Notorious has just done his thing. Not really gained or lost any positions, really, is he? He's just kind of flitted around where he is. Good drive from a good solid drive. Kinch. You must just say he's made the best of a shit situation, really, for Kinch. He's not been on the pace at all. His own admission before the race, prior interview, not been on the pace at all. But for him to get anywhere in this race is good. Toto had a really good race, but obviously incidents have filled Toto's problems again. And he's running on, well, he's a lap down, so obviously he's got a little fuel, but we'll hopefully get him to the end of the race. Paul 2K, more incidents for him. He had a really solid drive. He was up there with Thomas Halo, Wise Dog, etc. But obviously the incident with him, the crash, at the same point. Turn 6, quote me wrong if I'm wrong. But turn 6 for Paul 2K, Big Shoot, and Toto, of course. All there. Les Paul has just done what he can with a shit piece of fucking machinery. And finds himself in 12th position. And of course, the final guy I was at, it's amazing how he's still going. Plod along as you do. He'll be out of the McLaren, of course, for the next race if he does, of course, turn up for it. Good to see him there. And we are coming up to the end of the Grand Prix now, folks. This is live now, on board with the leader. Pretty weird how there's not a battle going down on track. Usually there is one in RL. They've kind of settled their differences, shall we say, and really just provided us with entertainment again. I mean, this is what this season's brought about. I mean, it's changed my YouTube life almost in a way. I've gained over 2,500 views across the course of the RL season, but about 2,000-ish. And, you know, it's really propelled me into orbit, I guess. Anybody wants to try and take that away, come and have a go, you know what I mean? But, you know, anyway, dislikes the video. If you're trolling, fuck you. If you are, like I said, drop as much in the comments as you can. Let me know all the feedback for this. If you think I'm shit, just say it. It's not going to fucking scar me. Because if you think I'm bad, give me a reason. But if you don't, then you're not worth my time. But Michelangelo comes around to Sector 1 on the final lap. 2 steps off his fastest lap. Oh, he ran a bit wide there as well. Cookie is absolutely on it. Remember, these guys are all... You can see just an array of front wing on the right hand side there around turn 6. Jesus Christ. It's everywhere. Is it 6? It's 5, sorry. I don't fucking know. We're on that death corner with the fucking curb of doom which spins everybody out. There are 3 people catch it today. Only 2 casualties. Big Shoe crashed off earlier. Retired, of course. Winchester bedded it in the wall around turn 3. Michelangelo, though, has driven a stellar Grand Prix here. He's overcome a bit of adversity when Cookie caught him, overtook him. Didn't let the problems arise. Michelangelo rounds the last corner in Hungary, lap 70, and Michelangelo wins in Hungary, round 19. Cookie, a key 2nd place. Will that be enough? Biddy, of course, in 3rd. Great comeback drive by Biddy. Even with 11 seconds, he still managed to, unless he makes a monumental fuck up around the last corner, he's still going round in 3rd position. Biddy claims 3rd position. Great podium there by Biddy. We think. We'll wait and see. Turtles is there as well. Great stuff by Turts. Great 4th position. Well, we think it's 4th. Kaninch and Alza have already finished as well. Will he be able to do it? It is 4th position. Oh, he did service stop goes. Right, okay. That's interesting. Addict in 5th. We see Toto cross the line in 10th. Addict. And I believe that's Paul 2K. I thought it was Thomas Hale. I was about to get excited. Addict. Look, speaking of Thomas Hale, he's all over the back of him. Addict in 5th. Paul 2K in... Look at Halo. He's caught up with Wise Dog. 1 lap would have been the difference. Great drive by Michelangelo. And Notorious will be the last one, I believe, to come across the line. We see Wise Dog and Thomas Hale 6th and 7th. Notorious comes across the line in 8th. Solid drive. And Les Paul, fittingly, the former championship leader, comes across in 12th. Amazing. Grueling race. Even for commentary, it's a fuck up for you. But great drive there. Doing what they needed to do. This is what you do. This is how you do it. You just got to basically get the job done in Hungary. And Michelangelo, it's been a while. But he steps back onto the top step of the podium. Cookie back on the podium as well. And Biddy, been a while since we've seen Bid up there. Driver of the day, Michelangelo. Very close between all 3 of the podium setters, but Michelangelo did the business. Well done, get out. Anybody else who has a different opinion, get it in the comments, of course. Let me know who you think your driver of the day was. Michelangelo, a 1 hour 37 race, wins in Hungary with Cookie in 2nd, Biddy 3rd, Turts 4th. Addict 5th, Wise Dog 6th, Thomas Halo in 7th. Oh, the drive-throughs don't count anyway. Notorious 8th, Kinich 9th, Toto 10th, Paul 2K, Les Paul and Alzat, and Big Stu on Winchester. This has been Positively Glad. Take it easy, guys. Much love. See you next week for the finale in Belgium.